continuing on with the themes for the next few weeks, this week's rant is basically fun with numbers. Now, I love numbers. I know a lot of people out there don't. I do. So, for most of you, this rant is more or less intended to make your head hurt. They always say that 5 out of 4 people are bad with fractions. They also say that there are 3 types of people in the world, those that are good with numbers and those who aren't. But to start off this week's rant, I believe that a famous band said it best, when they said that 1 is the loneliest number. Think about it. 1 times any number is the other number. Any number to the power of 1 is still the other number. But 1 to the power of anything is still 1. So you have a whole slew of 1s, and they don't add up to anything except for 1. 1 also is not a prime number. Definition of a prime number is a number that is only divisible by itself and 1. Does not apply to 1. Not being funny, that's an actual fact. You can look it up if you so choose. 2, on the other hand, is arrogant. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 to the second power is 4. 2 is also the only even number that is prime. Now, the whole thing with 2 being arrogant, it just might be that 2 and 4 are best friends. 2 to the 4th power is 16, 4 to the 2nd power is 16, and no other numbers can actually do that when you switch the number with the exponent. Just a little fun food for thought. Just my opinion that, 1 is lonely and 2 is arrogant. Let's see, Pythagoras theorem. I love the Pythagoras theorem. For those of you who don't remember your geometry that well, Pythagoras theorem is when you're trying to figure out the length of a side of a right-angled triangle. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. I love it because that is the only time where 3 plus 4 equals 5. Do the math. And then once you actually confirm that I'm right, go up to one of your friends that hasn't seen this video yet and say, I can prove to you that 3 plus 4 equals 5, and take their money. I would like a small cut, but I'm not going to be too choosy. Speaking of money, I can prove to you that you use algebra almost every day, a lot more than you think you do, while also telling you a very bad joke slash observation, or whatever you want to call it. You have in your pocket 3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies. What do you have? You have $1.19, and yet you cannot make change for $1. Now, where's the algebra in that? Well, basically what you did is 3q plus 4d plus 4p, where q is 0.25, d is 0.1, and p is 0.01. Algebra. It's that simple. People make it out to be harder than it really is. Physics, calculus, and maybe even geometry might be a little bit harder, but hey. I did actually have a hard time with geometry for the longest because the only thing that I actually understood was curves. Let's see. I understand 1 through 10. Those are our base numbers. I understand 13, 14, 16, so on and so forth. I understand 20, 30, 40. I understand the numbers, where they get their origins from, everything else. Fine. I don't understand 11 and 12. 13 from 3, 14 from 4, 30 from 3, again. 11 and 12. I mean, if you take Spanish and you do the literal translation, it's basically 11 in English. It's technically 10 plus 1, 10 plus 2, ad nauseum. But in English, it's 11 and 12. I don't get where that comes from. But they might actually have done 11 and 12, so you can do another interesting observation. Write down 11 plus 2, and then write down 12 plus 1. Now, obviously enough, both statements will equal to 13, but you're also using the same letters in both statements. Weird, huh? And if you think that I make your head hurt, I'm including a link in the description to one of my favorite Abbott and Costello bits involving math. I'm not going to ruin it because it will really take away from them. They're geniuses. I love the bit to death. just remember that the link I am getting this from, the person who put up the video originally, has no affiliates to me in any way, shape, or form, nor I with the individual. So I'm just kind of borrowing. So everything is props to whoever I'm borrowing it from. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. No affiliation, so don't blame them for anything. I just think it's a very funny bit, and they were the ones nice enough to put it on YouTube for your enjoyment as well. So next week, I think, is the last topic of school, and the week after is the reasoning behind all of this. So tune in the next couple weeks to figure out what the hell I'm talking about, in case you ever have a clue of what I'm talking about, because half the time I don't either. So I know week ending, and I know what I promised I would say, but this is technically my ending. It's just late, tired, in case you can't tell by me always trying to close my eyes. But till next time, bye bye.